Hey, what's going on everyone? The 2017 Open is over. We're gonna be talking about 2018 and kind of what to do next. The beautiful part about the Open is that it lets us know exactly where we're at. The bad part about the Open is it lets you know exactly where you're at. So there's a lot of frustration. People get upset and then all of a sudden they go crazy about their goals for about a month or two, and then it all fades away until next year's Open pops up and reminds them about all the things they didn't work on. So the biggest part about this is you need to write this down. You want to set a game plan if you want to get better for the Open next year. If you're just doing CrossFit as a general fitness program, you don't track your numbers, you're not focused towards the Open or being an athlete within CrossFit and competing in it, then it might not be as big as a deal, or a bigger deal for you. But for those watching this, I know a lot of you are competing in the Open to get better. You use it as a benchmark for yourself. We want to talk about what to do next. Now, the cool thing is we're gonna have some things coming down the line. It might take a few months, but we're gonna be creating programs for you guys to tap into, muscle up progressions, snatch progressions, help on those videos. So if there's something you specifically wanna see, please comment below, let us know. We'll try and get that going for you. So what now? Number one, set a goal for the 2018 Open. This could be as simple as, you know what, in my age division, scaled RX, where it happens to be, I wanna get, maybe I got number 300 in my state this year. I wanna break that 250 or 200 mark. It could be worldwide, it could be in your regional, but you need to write it down and it needs to be specific. It can't just be, I wanna get better for the 2018 Open. You won't work on that. That's a very general, vague statement. Let's say you place number 260 in the 35 to 39 age division in the state of Iowa. Next year, I want to try and break into that top 200. Set a number for it, be specific. The more specific, the better you are. And break it down as much as possible. The more you break it down, the more you dissect it, the more you break it into its each individual parts, the more likely you'll have the ability to work on it. And this is kind of macro versus micro. You know, so within that, you can kind of look at what held you back. Maybe snatches held you back this year. That 185 bar was really tough for you, the 135. So you can kind of break it down. Macro is the big picture, micro is all the small stuff. Big part about this is be honest with yourself. You are as strong as you are honest. You need to be honest with yourself. Rule number one when it comes to getting better is don't fooleth thyselfeth. I know it sounds funny, but a lot of us lie to ourselves about our abilities, and so we never work on getting to that next step. And that's how people end up never really getting handstand push-ups down, only being able to do 1 or 2 muscle-ups at a time. Maybe they get stuck at the same snatch weight for years. It happens. We don't want to lie to ourselves. Be honest. Step number 3 is set a plan. Focus on step 1. So step 1 can be a little different for people. If you know snatches are hard because your overhead squat is weak, you gotta work on that squat strength. If you know it's because mobility, focus on mobility. We all like to do stuff that's cool, lift weights, play around with walking our hands, all that stuff, but sometimes the things that help us are the very small things that no one likes to do. Hey, imagine spending just a half hour every day on mobility, real mobility, not just foam rolling, real mobility, hitting positions better, instead of doing another 50 chest to bar pull-ups or trying to do 50 power, whatever it happens to be, because that might help you more. All right, step number 4, get a coach. I put a question mark on this because most people believe that they are coachable and they have a coach. The problem is most of the time they don't listen to their coach that much. All right, I see it here in my own gym. I can say the same thing to a person over and over and over again, and they won't necessarily do it until it clicks for them. And part of that is if you have a coach, you have to submit to them. And most people don't like that word, submit. Submit means if my coach tells me, Ben Bergeron recently had a video on this where he talked about how if he tells Matt Frazier to switch his feet in rope climbs, Matt Frazier will spend 40 hours doing that. He won't question it. He'll do it, even if it only knocks off a second on his rope climb, because it matters at that stage. All right, and how much do you value it? So a lot of times people always go for freebie stuff. Freebie, freebie, freebie. The problem with freebie is that you have no skin in the game. If you don't pay for it, you automatically value it less. That's why people in CrossFit have a tendency to go more because they pay a higher price. And the truth is you're only paying most likely $8 to $12 a class, which is less than yoga in New Jersey. All right, but so you might need to pay for a specific coaching. And again, we're gonna have some things coming down the line to help you, but having a real coach, the coach that's gonna watch you and be able to look outside your own influence, kind of see what you have going on, is very important if your goal is to get better for the 2018 Open. You need someone that can get past your own ego, your own self-image, and be like, all right, cool, this is bad because of this. Because sometimes the answer isn't just doing more, the answer is getting better, all right? So there's a saying in CrossFit you hear every once in a while, everything is everything. The better you get at strict pull-ups, the better your deadlifts get. The better you get at pull-ups, the better your pull and your snatch gets because your back is able to lock in. There's all things that help add up. And a lot of times we aren't able to see that because we get so stuck on the big movements like snatches, clean and jerks, muscle ups. We don't realize that overhead carries can help with all those. We don't realize that one-arm suitcase deadlifts can help with that. There's all these options out there, but I still think the biggest thing that people mess up is not getting specific and then not getting a coach and not willing to pay a coach for it. If you really value it, pay for it. You can tell what the most important thing is in your life based on your checking account. All right, for most of us it's food. Food ends up being a big bill. All right, if you want to get better at the 2018 Open, set a real goal, find a mentor, find a coach. All right, if you need some help with things, please comment below, let us know. If you know someone that needs help setting goals for the 2018 Open, please share. Follow us, we have a lot more coming for you in 2017.